Okay, a little cautionary note here. This is the specification that we're looking at in front of us. I don't know whether you can see it or whether I need to make it larger. Let's zoom into 100%. And basically this is telling you everything that should appear in the exam. So this is the pseudocode section, variables and constants, casting. We've still got to learn a fair amount about that. Iteration, logical operators. We've done this. This one is sort of important as well when we're dealing with databases or queries. I'll take you through that shortly. But what I want you to notice is that this is all the pseudocode, string handling, blah, blah, blah. And then we come into the database area, or the SQL area, structured query language. And as I've pointed out, in the specification, these are the only keywords and wildcards that you need to learn for the exam. There is nothing following it. Once you get down below, we're into logic, and there's no further information about databases beyond that. So let's go and take a look at the PowerPoints for the lessons. Okay, and if I take us through the slides, you notice I'm going quite the way up. We've got what they're trying to teach you is we've got a not equal sign. At the moment we've only used an equals. I'm not too concerned about that. This speaks for itself. Select all from results where name is not equal to Bob. That's pretty okay. But there is one called order by. I'm going to joining there. See if I can find it. No. There is an order by clause here. Now, I would believe that would be in the exam. It's not listed in the specification, it's listed in the lesson PowerPoints, which sometimes just go into the content a little bit more deeply than the exam will go into. The specification is telling you exactly what you need to learn. But I can't see them not giving you this order by. And to be honest, if you're doing your or if you were using SQL to produce your scores table and your usernames, then you would probably use order by. So I'm going to take you through what that does. And yeah, it's a little bit strange. So let me just simplify this query. Select all from users. Now, I keep mentioning, and it's not been very evident in this in Excel, and it's not been very evident in the data browser, but it has been evident here where things are not necessarily in the right order. We've only got 5 or 6 records, so it's not too difficult to be in order. But if we've got thousands of records, then maybe they wouldn't be in the order that you would expect them. And we can order things. So I'm going to run a little query to do that. So select everything from users. So we're selecting the name, ID, password. What I'm going to do is order by name. Okay, so it should be alphabetically ordered. And I can just type in order by name. And when I run that query, there you go, it prints it out and it's in alphabetical order. But what if I wanted it to be in reverse alphabetical order, so that Zebedee comes first? Well, I would just put DESC for descending order there. And if I run this query again, it's now in descending order. Notice the numbers aren't vaguely in order at all. And if I wanted it in ascending order, and to be specific about it, I would write ASC for ascending order, and it would order them. So that to me is going to be my third line of my query. So I would probably have a where clause here, where name like, so we choose everything with an E in it. So we've got an E, whoops, so choose all the fields from users. In fact, let's go a little bit full on here. Select name and password from users, where the name has an E in it, and order by the name. Let's put it in descending order. So your third line of your query should really be how you want your information to be ordered. So let's run that query. And there you go. I've got everything with an E in the name, and it's ordered in a descending order. Run that query again with everything in ascending order, and you'll see that change. There we go. So that's one thing that was missing from the specification. So I don't expect it to appear in the exam, and my fingers would be crossed on that one. But if you're doing it for the project, then I certainly would expect that to appear. And I'm going to give you in the next video the method of sort of sorting out the scores and then just finding the top 5. So be careful with that. It's certainly worth learning. There's a lot more in the in here. For example, when we join tables together, which is this one, a nested select, I can't for the life of me expect that to appear in the exam. If it does, I'll eat your hat and mine, but I will go over that later. This is really complicated, really complex, and like I said, I can't see it turning up in the exam. It's not in the specification, but I will cover it later. It's probably not even useful in your project, and it's really to do with relational databases, which we will learn about, but we won't apply. So let's take a look at the score problem.